Joy Lab.
Hi, I'm Tonya, and today we are making cookie in a mug. Actually, I do freezer meals, and I'm going to show you, dare I say, a better way to make a cookie in a mug. Stay tuned, let's do this together. There are so many recipes for cookie in a mug, so many YouTube videos for cookie in a mug, and they're all pretty much the same. I'm using Preppy Kitchen, their cookie in a mug video, and I'm making it in my James Webb Telescope, Space Telescope mug I designed on Etsy. I have an Etsy store, and the link is in the description below, as is a link to the Preppy Kitchen version of this cookie in a mug. Here's how we make it. We put a tablespoon of butter in the mug, and then we microwave it just a little bit. 4 teaspoons of brown sugar. 1, 2, 3, 4. Why do we do cookie in a mug? Because you just want a treat, one for you right now. 1 tablespoon of white sugar, a pinch of salt, 1/8 teaspoon of vanilla. The point being, now I can have a special treat just for me whenever I want it, in the evening or even during the day. Mix these together with a fork. Now I'm adding an egg yolk only. Only an egg yolk. Why? That's a good question. And none of the cookie in a mug recipes explain why only the yolk. Could it be for volume? Since it's just a small recipe, we don't need a large bit of egg. Could it be because eggs yolks are high in fat, and that fat will make the cookie so moist and delicious? Ding, 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 ding. That's the right answer. They're doing a yolk in the cookie in the mug, 3 tablespoons of flour, because the yolk will make the cookie so moist and nice and substantial. Just mix it together. There is no baking soda in cookie in a jar cookies. 2 tablespoons of chocolate chips. Baking soda is what makes cookies rise, and cakes and breads. But that is not necessary in this tiny quantity, in this tiny mug. Now just microwave it. My microwave takes about a minute. 1 minute for me, and I will be back. Fresh baked cookie. It's very hot. Pretty much looks like a cookie, and it rose nicely, and I am going to take a bite of my cookie in a mug. No, I'm not, it's too hot. I love it with ice cream. Now, what is the problem with this? I did all that work and I got 1 mug. I do freezer meals, and I try to modify every recipe to make it so that I do the work up front and I always have something in the freezer for when I want it. Well, that's easy to do here. I can make a big batch of cookie dough and then freeze individual mug-sized portions, so I can pull it out of the freezer whenever I want, instead of pulling out all my ingredients and then having things to wash. I will show you how right now. Oh, this is good. Oh, it's hot. The secret to converting cookie in a mug into a freezer meal? Nestle's chocolate chip cookie recipe. All you have to do is make a batch of Nestle's chocolate chip cookie recipe and then freeze individual portions of the amount of cookie dough that you need for cookie in a mug. Then whenever you want cookie in a mug, you don't have to do all this work. You just have to pull one out of the freezer, pop it in the microwave. So let's make cookies. I am certain that you have made the recipe on the back of a bag of chocolate chips. That's what we're going to do. 1 cup of butter. And your sugars, 3/4 cup white sugar. Three-fourths cup brown sugar. You know you pack brown sugar. Now we're going to cream these together before adding our eggs. I forgot about our vanilla. 1 teaspoon vanilla. You probably were out there, but Tonya, you forgot the vanilla. Thank you for reminding me. I heard you. Now for the eggs. Cookie in a mug only uses egg yolk. You could use the 2 whole eggs, just like the Nestle's Toll House chocolate chip cookie recipe calls for. I have done it both ways, and I will do a comparison for you at the end. So this time, we're going to do egg yolks in these cookies. Ugh, it's so hard to do on TV. It's embarrassing when you make a mistake in front of everyone. It's not a mistake, it's an opportunity. Thank you. Thank you for making me feel better. Come on. There we go. No harm done. Now, what am I going to do with these 3 egg whites? Well, I wonder if I'll someday make a video about it. I'm gonna wash my hands while this mix is in. Now we need a teaspoon of salt. I used my teaspoon with vanilla and it's wet still, so I'm using a 1/2 teaspoon twice. 1 teaspoon of salt. 2 1/4 cups of flour. I am not putting baking soda in because Cookie in the Mug did not have baking soda. Now, we'll keep going. And the last thing is 2 cups of chocolate chips. Now, actually for Cookie in a Mug, that is a little bit high on the chocolate chipness. So I do 1 1/2. Now I need to show you what to do to prep this cookie dough for the freezer. Cookie scoops are so fabulous. You should get a set. I have a link in the description below for you to click on to investigate getting some for yourself. I like the 1/4 cup size. It's especially exactly right for cookie in a cup, cookie in a mug. Now, egg whites are full of protein, but also a lot of water. So you'll find that this cookie dough is very dry. I'm going to make these individual sections and freeze them on this tray. And then, whenever I want cookie in a mug, just for me, or maybe one for me, one for someone else in my family, I can just pull one of these out of the freezer. And they were ready all the time instead of doing all the measuring and mixing. It's been done in advance. Now, this is the version without the egg whites and without the baking soda. I'm gonna cook one up so you can see. And look, this is another James Webb Space Telescope mug from my Etsy shop. And this is the same recipe, except it's the whole eggs and it has the baking soda. I pulled this out of the freezer about an hour ago so that we can compare. And I'm using the complete cookie recipe in my Hershey's mug. And it's kind of ironic that I'm using Nestle Toll House recipe in a Hershey's mug, but that's okay. So this is the complete recipe, and this is the cookie in the mug recipe. I'm going to go cook them right now, and you will see the difference. Oh, these smell so good. And no one else is home right now, so that means I get 3 cookies in a mug to eat all by myself. And don't doubt I won't do it. Okay, let's see. Hershey's was the original, and the James Webb Deep Space Telescope was the new version with the egg yolk and no baking soda. Can you see the slight tiny difference? The original recipe has raised a little bit more because it has the baking soda, but not very much. And it has a little bit of a different texture. Bringing it up close, do you see the difference? Probably not. There isn't a huge difference. And the taste is fabulous. It's just simply, the taste is definitely just as good. I now have a whole tray full that will be in the freezer, and then I can just pop one frozen into my mug to make cookie in a mug whenever I want. They're all frozen solid. I can't juggle, but somebody could juggle these. Make sure to use a freezer label like this. I love these because they wash off in water. You can just run your container under water or put it in the dishwasher, and the label will dissolve with no sticky residue. This is cookie in a mug. I have all sorts of resources in the description below, a link to the video from Preppy Kitchen where I learned this technique, a link to my Etsy shop for the James Webb Space Telescope items, and cookie scoops. You must have a cookie scoop, simply must. My goal is to help people make their lives so much easier, less stress and less mess at dinner time with freezer meals. Check out the description below for all sorts of links to help you on your journey to make your life so much easier with freezer meals. Please like, share, subscribe, comment. It helps YouTube know to put my videos in front of other people who want to have less mess and less stress at dinner time with freezer meals. I'm Tonya. Thanks for watching.
Joy Lab. Learning done right.
Learn more with Joy Lab. Like, subscribe, comment. comment, share. Visit us at www.joylab.biz. Thank you.